Welcome to the Omcan Test Kitchen. My name is Scott Leger. I'm the corporate chef here at Omcan, and today we have a very special guest. Chef Tobias Waldmann from Pacojet is here to join us, and we're going to talk about the all-new Pacojet 4 system. Welcome.
Hello Scott, thank you for having me. I always loving coming to Canada.
That's fantastic. You're welcome here anytime. But today let's talk about the Pacojet 4 and how it can benefit you and your business. So there's a lot of people getting into this packetizing world, mixologists, bartenders, people in the healthcare field. We're going to go over some of those details and how that could benefit them, because a lot of people may know the Pacojet as an ice cream machine or a sorbet machine, but it does much more than that, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. I know Chef Tobias, you came here all the way from Switzerland. Maybe we can talk a little bit about the history of the Pacojet, seeing as how it was created in Switzerland and manufactured and designed, and basically where it started from until now with the Pacojet 4.
Yes, absolutely. The first Pacojet system was invented back in the late 80s by a Swiss engineer, and after years of research and development, the patent was then used to create a company and launch the first Pacojet. From there, there have been several models created, but has been mostly a secret machine the top chefs have kept themselves to create the most amazing ice creams and sorbets. And these days the Pacojet are becoming more and more popular in the kitchen and bars. Basically, the secret is out now, and it has become one of the most sought after machines at chefs in restaurants and bars.
Wow, so since '92, that's crazy. 30 years of Pacojet. Like you're saying, it's a secret. Not a lot of people knew about it, but so when you see these Michelin star chefs in their restaurants with these beautiful ice cream quenelles and sorbets, really they had a cheat code basically. They had this machine to create those things for them. So, you know, other than the recipe, the machine does most of the work, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, perfect. So a lot of the viewers that are watching this most likely know what a Pacojet does, but I think we should explain a little bit for those who don't know what a Pacojet is, what pacotizing means, and how it's better than, I guess, other processes of trying to accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, sure. As you mentioned already, the process we will do with the Pacojet is pacotizing, and that means that we fresh frozen ingredients puree to a microfine texture. This means the pacotizing blade goes down through the beaker and puree the frozen ingredients to a microfine texture without thawing. So, and this covers food like ice cream, sorbets, concentrates, herb oils, and much more.
Perfect, cool. All right. Well, I think people are watched long enough that they're going to want a demo. So let's set up for a demo.
Yeah, let's start.
I was craving some vanilla ice cream the other day, and I've been waiting until you arrived. But I did go ahead and prepare a vanilla ice cream base. Basically consists of milk, eggs, cream, sugar, and vanilla bean. And basically prepared an ice cream base like I normally would if I was using a regular ice cream machine. But instead I froze this for 24 hours prior to pacotizing. I guess that's what you need to do, correct?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. But first of all, it's very important that you know that there's a maximum fill line you don't want to exceed. And what we have to do to packetize this beaker is put it into the protective beaker. Then we have our spray guard and our packetizing blade. We put the packetizing blade into the spray guard and attach it to the magnetic shaft. You can hear a click. Then you take the protective beaker with the packetizing beaker, attach it until you hear also a click. Now you know it's perfectly fixed. Then you can see here 4 icons. It's packetizing, cutting, whipping and cleaning. But now we will start with packetizing. Packetizing is for all the frozen ingredients. Here we have the options of the portions. 1 beaker is 10 portions, so we can also choose to packetize, for example, 2 portions, or we go up to 10 portions, the whole beaker. In this case, we will packetize the whole beaker. Here we have the option of the repetitions. We can go up to 10 repetitions. It depends which texture do you like. Do you like it more smoother, more creamier? So we can also go up to 10 repetitions. In this case, we only use 1 repetition. Here is our overpressure function. So if we add overpressure, we will have afterwards more creamier, more softer texture. So the volume goes up. And in this case, because we will packetize ice cream, we like the overpressure because afterwards it's more creamier. So, and then we just have to press start.
Okay. And this is new for the Pacojet 4. They have kind of like more of a display of seeing the progress go down. I know the other ones had a similar display, but not, I guess, as high-tech as this one.
Exactly. It's a new design, so it's much easier to handle. You can see everything directly on the display, and it's also very easy to handle.
Yes, it's great to see. So this will take about 4 minutes or so?
Exactly, the normal packetizing mode needs 4 minutes, and later more to our new innovation called the jet mode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Which goes a bit faster.
I'm excited about that. Yeah, absolutely. And it's much quieter. I know like the other machines, they were a lot louder, not crazy loud, like almost like grinding beans for your espresso machine, but this one seems a lot quieter. Is that something you guys have done to the housing unit to make it quieter?
Yeah, we have also some different motors in the Pacojet, and also the cover, and so that makes it much more quiet.
Yes, we can actually have a conversation. The other ones, sometimes you had to walk away for a couple steps.
It was difficult. It was difficult. Yeah.
No, I really like the design. I really like the colors you guys went with. So it's very cool. It fits in any front of house, back of house, whatever. It's a beautiful machine. So absolutely kudos to the design team for the new Pacojet 4. Very cool.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
So we may do some editing here where it just kind of goes a little bit quicker, just so you guys aren't watching this thing happen. Because normally in a kitchen, I would just press that and walk away and do something else, right? You don't have to worry about it. Whether I'm doing 1 repetition, 4 repetitions, it allows me to go work on something else.
Exactly. You have not to wait next to the Pacojet until it's ready. So we can go away, do some other stuff, and come back when it's ready.
Perfect. That's great. And you get your plating even going, right? Start your plating. If you're doing 1 portion or something like that, you get your components going. If you're a bartender, and again, we'll go over more things you can do with the and the mixologist point of view, but they can get their drinks started, start chilling their glasses, have this thing working, and this way you use the most time most efficiently as possible, right? So
yeah, like in this case, you can start to plate your dessert. You can start with all the other components. Like here with the crumble, and at the end you can just top the perfectly packetized ice cream on top and serve it directly.
Cool.
So save a lot of time. So now you can see it's done. We can remove the beaker, and now you can see how creamy it is.
Wow, that looks
perfect texture.
Really good.
Now we can make a canal.
Oh,
perfect.
Wow.
Very creamy, very smooth.
All right, can I try some?
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness, just by putting the weight of the spoon just went perfectly in it, but it still holds its structure. I mean, come on.
It's perfect,
That's
isn't it?
perfect. You can't get that in the store, that's for sure. That is unbelievable. Thanks to me for making the recipe, but thanks to the machine for doing it. My goodness, I just followed a basic. You know, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel when creating the ice cream basic ice cream base, but I put that in the ice cream machine. I'm getting ice crystals. I'm getting dilution from so-called, the ice crystals coming from it. So it's really good that I don't taste anything but the ice cream. Like, some people may not realize how much ice they're actually ingesting when they're using a regular ice cream machine or whatever. This one, you can just tell it's so concentrated in the sense that, like...
And it's also easier to handle, and it
Absolutely.
goes much faster than a regular ice cream machine. And you can also put it back into the freezer and use it the next day, packetize it again, and you have, again, the perfect texture. Yeah.
Wow. All right, I'm taking another bite. Now, this is a special type of machine, and for most businesses, this would be considered like an investment. So, could you explain a little bit about how this can, impact your return on investment, and how you can utilize this machine to help save your business money?
Yeah, there are many ways that a Pacojet can save you money, whether it's time and labor, or because we can process the whole foods. Not only soft foods like berries or something, that also fiber-rich ingredients. So, for example, for the pineapple sorbet we'll show you, we can also use the cores, or also for a ginger shot concentrate, we can completely process the ginger. And you can't do this with any other device, and this texture we can. So that's the big point where we can save our money.
Yeah, oh, wow, cool. So yeah, I know things like ginger especially, very fibrous. You know, the pineapple cores, are very fibrous. And you're saying this thing can cut through it and you won't even notice it, basically. So things that would normally be thrown out, trimmings, thrown into a stock pot or something like that, you're saying that basically all that stuff is going to be utilized in your kitchen, and it's going to also give you a lot of flavors in those parts of the vegetables.
Exactly.
All right, so you're going to only utilize them, but you're going to help improve your dish by using them. So that's pretty cool. Do you want to do another demo then, showcasing that type of thing? Like, I do make a pineapple sorbet. I did use the cores as per your instructions.
Yep.
So put the flesh, the cores, and just made a simple syrup just to give it some sweetness, and we can test that out a little bit.
Yes, please.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, well, we're just going to do another demo for you guys. We are going to do a pineapple sorbet, and as Toby was mentioning before, you use not only just the nice fleshy part of the pineapple, but you can use the core as well. Very fibrous, and I'm very excited to see what this thing can do, and see if I get any fibers in my mouth or not. So we're looking forward to that. So, as your instructions, I just roughly chopped up some pineapple after peeling off the outer skin or rind or whatever you want to call it. And I just basically roughly chopped it up just so it could fit in here nicely with the cores and everything. So basically filled it up to the max fill line, plop it in there, let you demonstrate the rest.
Yes, and again we have here our spray guard, our packetizing blade, our magic tool. We will attach it at the Pacojet, so you can hear the click again. And you mentioned it already, it's just pineapple, sugar syrup, and it's very easy mise en place or preparation.
Oh yeah.
So we attach it, and now I will show you our newest innovation at the Pacojet 4. It's called the jet mode. You have to go also to the packetizing. Now we will just set 3 portions, go up to 4 repetitions without overpressure, and we take the jet mode. This means the jet mode means we can packetizing in 60 to 90 seconds instead of the normal packetizing mode, which needs 4 minutes.
Cool.
So now you can see how fast it will go.
I mean, you say 60 to 90 seconds, that's for like two repetitions, right? We're going to go a little bit longer, so it might be 100 seconds?
Yeah. If you turn on the jet mode, it's directly 2 repetitions, but you can also choose between 1 and 10 repetitions.
Okay. And with jet mode, this would be great for respinning something that maybe you've already pacotized and put in the freezer and maybe hardened up too much to scoop. You just have to kind of loosen it up or make it scoopable. You just kind of put it in jet mode, 1 or 2 repetitions to order, and then you're back in business, correct?
Exactly.
So we actually just stopped this machine because I actually did want to show what 1 pass looks like, because I know that we said that we're going to set it up 4 passes. But just so you can see the process, this is just after 1 pass. And you can kind of see that it's more of like a granita type of texture, which is, you know, for depending on what you're plating, it could definitely be used. But if you do want it a little bit more smoother, that's why we put it in a little bit for 4 more passes at jet mode. So let's finish that off and see what we can get when we do it for a couple more passes in jet mode. All right, so yeah, that was 1 repetition in jet mode. You saw the results there. We want to see what this looks like with the full 4 repetitions with jet mode on.
So you just have to attach again 3 repetitions, 4 repetitions, 3 portions without overpressure, jet mode. So, and just press start. Now here you can see all the settings, what you have set and at which repetition you are. So, and it's also very important to note that the jet mode is only for recipes with a higher amount of fat and sugar.
Okay.
So that's not as frozen as hard, and this recipe you can use perfectly for the jet mode.
Perfect, perfect.
So now you can see how fast it goes.
Yeah, that's much quicker. And it's great to see the progress of where it's down and what it's already been processed, and that's already 2. It looks like the 3rd one's coming up.
You can perfectly play with the repetitions and the textures. So now it's done. Just remove the beaker. And you can see perfectly texture of the pineapple sorbet. The cores and everything is perfectly processed. Come on.
Beautiful. I get to taste test again. Smooth as can be. Don't taste any cores, don't taste any fibers. Perfect amount of sweetness. Can't argue with that. Absolutely incredible.
Perfect.
So I think it's safe to say that the Pacojet makes excellent sorbets, excellent gelatos, but I've noticed like more chefs around the world are not only using it for those, but also using it for in the savory world. So what else can you do with this basically?
There are many possibilities such as vegetable purees, concentrates, soups, herb oils, farces like a wild game farce, a fish farce, a poultry farce, some soups, some dips, butters, so there are many possibilities. And the only thing that can limit the capabilities of the Pacojet are the imagination of the chefs. So.
Yeah, okay, so basically, yeah, the chef's, the only limits are the chef's imagination and creativity.
Yeah, do I mention already the drinks and cocktails?
You haven't, but I think we can definitely go into that because that's definitely a subject that I'm interested in. Drinks and cocktails will definitely be something that we'll demonstrate today. So I have that all prepared for you. So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So we were talking about maybe doing some cocktails and things like that, but first I did want to bring up something that I've noticed in my area at least. A lot of wellness bars, the gyms are now serving these like wellness shots, I guess, you know, ginger and turmeric and kind of like healthy stuff, but they taste great and apparently they're good for you, and I'm noticing them everywhere. Is this something that the Pacojet could make?
Yes, we make a ginger shot so that it's very popular to its health and gut benefits. But in most places will take now a juicer to do these ginger shots. But you will lose also some nutrition from the ginger. And here with the Pacojet we can process the whole ginger. For example, you can also use organic ginger with the peel, so you have not to peel the ginger. We can use the raw carrots and the pineapple also with the cores. And so we can completely everything process and have not to put it afterwards through a sieve. You can see it like here. We processed it already, packetized it already. You have here the paste. You can see here we had the pineapples, the carrots, the ginger, filled it up with apple juice, freezed it 24 hours at minus 20 degrees, packetized it, and now we can use it. We just have to take a spoon from the concentrate, from the paste,
Looks really good.
add some more apple juice, dilute it in there, and afterwards we have
Oh yeah, like,
a perfect fresh ginger shot without any waste. So,
we haven't added any sugar to this, you know, other than that's naturally in the fruits and vegetables, and there's absolutely no pulp, and didn't have to pass that through a sieve, and whole ginger, whole carrot, raw. Wow, it was unbelievable. Cheers.
perfect. Cheers, Scott.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So just going back to the health benefits that we did with the ginger shot, I did want to talk a little bit more about that. Again, just with the health benefits, dietary restrictions that people may have. I've noticed that people are now having these in healthcare facilities, daycares, things like that. For people that, you know, have trouble swallowing, which is dysphagia, you know, baby food where you don't want to necessarily cook out all the nutrients and stuff like that. Would that be something this machine would be good for?
Yes, for sure. So over the 10 last years or so, we have seen a big rise in machines that assisted living facilities. Whether you have dysphagia or a broken jaw, the Pacojet will make life a little easier when it comes to eating. And the smoothness of packetized foods make these types of situations have much more pleasant textures and mouth feelings than putting everything into a blender. And the same also with baby food. So you can do all the vegetable purees without boiling them before. So you have all the nutritions in the people and also the baby's needs.
Yeah, well, you know, I personally have a 6-month-old and she's just starting to teeth. So, you know, making baby food and having it already cold might be good to serve her cold instead of heating it up first. That might help her out a little bit, and trust me, I can use all the help I can get. So maybe that was something that would be great. Now, again, this is not just a baby food machine, but that's just one thing that it can create. All right, so now it's time, I think, to make some drinks. What do you have in mind?
Yes, for sure. I prepared for today a gin basil smash. For the gin basil smash, we used fresh basil, some lemon juice, sugar syrup, and gin. We added all to the beaker. You can see it a bit, it's the whole basil, also the stems of the basil, so we have no waste. And we will attach it. But you can use the Pacojet also not only to ready to use or ready to drink drinks, and you can also use it for concentrates for the drinks perfectly.
For the base or something like that.
For the bases,
Wow.
Exactly, or some fruit purees for some fruit.
And it's great that you can portion it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you only one cocktail,
Only what you
just
need.
do one portion, right? So perfect, that's great.
So, let's do it. We attach a packetizing blade again with the spray guard, the packetizing beaker with the protective beaker, and we click on the packetizing icon at the whole beaker with 5 repetitions without overpressure, and it's done. drink is ready to serve.
All right, cheers. Wow, that's so good. Oh my God, yeah. All right, so I noticed as we've been doing some of these demos and talking about the Pacojet, some of you might have noticed the screen. I know Chef Toby has addressed it a couple times, but we do want to talk about some of the other functions that this machine can do. So on the screen, there's a cutting function, there's a whipping function. What do you have to do for those? I know there's some accessories that you need, is that correct?
That's correct, exactly. For these tools option, we have our Coup set. The Coup set is only for non-frozen food, so only for fresh food. And so we can expand our possibilities with our Pacojet. We can process like tartar, mousse, butters, spreads, farces, and even more. In the Coup set we have our whipping disc, our Coup set knife, and also the tongue for the Coup set knife because it's very sharp. So now let's demonstrate it. For example, with the Coup set knife we can also perfectly cut our herbs, which we'll use for the goat cheese mousse. You just have to take the tongue, the Coup set knife, put it into the spray guard, attach it to the Pacojet. You can hear also a magnetic click. Put the herbs into the packetizing beaker, put it into a protected beaker, attach it. So now we are choosing chopping with 1 or let's say 2 repetitions without overpressure because it's not needed here. So let's press start. So meanwhile you chop your herbs, you can do also some other things, or you can start to plate your starter, or can take the weights of the seasonings or of the other products you need.
So this will chop nuts, this will chop cookies for some sort of crumble, it'll basically, and then you would normally chop on a cutting board, this would just do a lot more consistently and efficiently, and again, do something else while it's doing its magic, right? And unlike a food processor, you gotta go back and turn it off. This one knows the repetitions, you can get more precise cuts, I guess you could say, and match your timing, just be more efficient in the kitchen, basically, right? If you know this is gonna take me whatever, 1 minute, 2 minutes, I can come back, then finish off my dish, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Awesome.
For example, chopping nuts, it's really it's not easy to hold all the nuts on the chopping board. So you can just put it into the beaker, attach it to the Pacojet and let it chop. And afterwards you have also no cleaning effort, just put the packetizing beaker into the dishwasher and that's all. Rinse maybe the packetizing plate and the spray guard under water and that's all.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, especially with nut allergies, you keep your everything confined into one beaker and things like that, and you don't have to dirty up a cutting board or I guess anything like that. So yeah.
So you can see here also it's ready in a few seconds. So in these herbs we will need for our goat cheese mousse. We take another beaker. Here we have our cream goat cheese. Thank you. Put it into the beaker. Add some cream and also a bit of lemon juice. So like this. Now we can remove the herbs. And now you can see the cutted herbs. Add some of these herbs to the goat cheese mousse. Here we have some dill, some parsley.
And it's great because you can really if you want it to be, you don't want it to be too mulched up, I guess you could say. You can do more passes if you want it finer. If you want less fine, more rustic cuts, you do less passes.
Exactly. Yeah. How do you like it? Exactly. So now we will switch over to our whipping disc. We attach it the same way like the other tools to the spray guard, attach it to the Pacojet, also the beaker and the protective beaker, and now we are going over to the whipping mode. Because we like it more smoother and like a goji mousse, we will add the overpressure and we will do 2 repetitions and press start. So now it's done. We can remove again the beaker. You can see here you have the perfect goji mousse. So you can use also the goji mousse as for a starter or just as a dip like we do now, and you have the perfect smooth
That looks fantastic.
texture. Really creamy. How is it? Is it good?
Unbelievable. So creamy, so flavorful, so fresh, right? See another one. All right, see you later, guys. So now that we've done the goat cheese, let's still stay on the Coup set, and let's do something really basic like a whipped cream, just to show some of the stability that this machine can offer that other machines can't.
Exactly. For example, in this case, we have now just cream and berries, and in this case, you can also use berries which are looking not this fresh anymore, but the taste is just amazing and perfect for this. And we just add the raspberries to the cream, some icing sugar, using our whipping disc from the Coup set. Attach it to the spray guard and to the Pacojet. Like this. Now we go on whipping, 2 repetitions with overpressure and press start. So why do we use overpressure here? It's because afterwards it's much creamier, the volume goes up, and this allows us also to use liquids like a fruit puree or like a syrup, and it's afterwards perfectly whipped and very stable. So you can also store it over 3 days in the fridge, and it's stable also.
3 days?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you know what, personally, if I were to make, say, whipped cream in traditional stand mixer with the whisking attachment, it's good for a couple hours, but halfway through dinner service, you're putting it back, have to bring it back to life somehow, whether you're re-whipping it or starting over. But you're saying 3 days that this can stay stable for?
Yeah, 3 days, and also the liquid. So if you like to whip cream with liquids and other devices, it's impossible. And it's all because the overpressure here. So because we can add the overpressure, and that's the reason why we can add the liquids and why it's stable like this.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, egg whites, meringues, things like that.
Yeah, you have a lot of opportunity, mousses and herb butters and much more.
Very cool.
So you can also do meanwhile some other stuff, just it whips, and I can go forward and plate your dessert or something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Or some other preparation.
Or just have this like during prep, right? Like a lot of this stuff will be done ahead of service, so make tell your one chef to make all these different whipped creams, have them ready for service, prep on, working on other components of dishes and things like that. So this is all stuff that you can get ahead of time. You don't necessarily have to do it to order for every dish, right? Like it's not very practical, but you may have an allergy at a table where you need to create something quick, right? You need to have some sort of garnish or some sort of component that you need to add to, say, someone that's allergic to what you're offering for the table or something like that, right? So for instance, if you had some sort of dessert or whatnot that has nuts in it, and you find out you have one person that has a nut allergy, with the sorbet and being able to just quickly do a portion or two in jet mode in seconds, along with whipped cream and stuff like that, you basically put dessert together on the fly for those that, throw you a curveball at the dinner service, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so it's not a problem anymore.
Yeah,
so
there you go. That's really
just use the Pacojet.
Yeah, so if someone needs a whipped cream real quick, then someone's going to have to change their focus and do that, and you get a headache and cause the rest of the table to come out late. So no, that's really good to have this as an option for backup and on the fly type dishes.
Yes, for sure.
Let's
have
see what
a look.
this does,
Let's have a look. The cream. Wow. And now you can see the raspberries are completely processed, and we have a very stable, fluffy raspberry cream. So this cream you can also use for if you add gelatine for a cake cream or as a topping. So nice and also
and it
delicious.
looks real in a sense. Like it's, I don't know if you understand what I mean there, but it looks like it's made in house as opposed to out of a can or aerosol of some sort. But I know there's a lot of places that make whipped cream, but it looks like whipped cream. This looks artisanal, looks artistic. It looks like there's texture to it, but also very smooth and light, but stable. I know I'm just throwing out adjectives here, but that's what's come to my mind as I'm looking at this whipped cream. So
yeah.
Let me give it a
You
taste.
can also reduce your food waste if you use the leftovers of the raspberries, which are not this fresh anymore, but are still good. So just put it into a cream with some icing.
It's going to happen. You're going to end up with
a perfect result. Yeah. It's very stable. Yeah.
So good. So light, airy. What else can you say? So now let's talk a little bit about the other functions of the machine. Tobias, would you be able to maybe go through the list of settings and all that type of stuff? We'll
Yes,
see
sure.
What else is available?
Yes. So now you have here the main icons, but here on this wheel we can go to our menu. The first point is the favorites. The favorites is for our favorite settings, and so there we can do our favorite recipe settings. Like for example, you have on your card the vanilla ice cream. You need always the whole beaker with 2 repetitions and with overpressure. You can set or save the settings here with the name, and then you have just to press on the vanilla ice cream and every setting is done, and you have just to press start. Here the device settings, we have several tool detections on the Pacojet you can choose, and brightness is for the screen brightness. Or user manual, you just have to scan the QR code and you have directly the user manual on your phone, the different languages. Also the standby mode from 1 to 60 minutes until it goes into sleeping mode. Some counter, you can see how much do you have packetized already, or use the chat mode or the Coup set. And also when was the last cleaning cycle. So you can also check when was the last cleaning cycle, or if the Pacojet when it was cleaned at the last time. So here a service. We recommend after 20,000 portion to do a service. Here's the counter for this. You can also see here the serial number and the firmware. So, and also at least the reset function, you can reset to the factory settings.
Okay, perfect. So very basic, very simple, which is all you really need and want in a machine like this. So that's really good. And yeah, saving those recipes are huge because most people that are gonna have this are gonna have plenty of different beakers, all that require different recipes. And you don't want to overportion something or anything like that. So you also don't want to have your sous chef or your other chefs coming up and saying, oh, how many repetitions, was this overpressure or not? Just save it once, you got it, you're ready to go. Again, making it more efficient in the kitchen, which is the name of the game, right? So
we will not have the
amazing.
discussion.
Yeah, amazing, amazing stuff. That's really good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the maintenance and cleaning. Obviously with this type of machine, how beautiful it is, you're going to want to take care of it with proper maintenance and making sure that it's cleaned correctly. So I know we have some cleaning tabs that we're going to use for this machine. Take it away.
Yes, so we recommend to do the cleaning once a day or between recipes if some, especially if some cross-contamination is a risk. And for this we have to go only on the cleaning icon here. You can see here the information button, so everything what to do is there explained. So the first thing we start with is to take a cleaning gloves and clean the tool holder. The next step is to remove the preliminary scraper of the spray guard, attach the packetizing plate with the spray guard to the Pacojet. Then you have to fill warm water into the packetizing beaker. For this we especially developed some Pacojet cleaning tabs. They are single packed, added to the warm water. Put it into the protective beaker. And
clean the table too at the same time.
And clean the table too at the same time, exactly. And just press start. So it will go very fast. You have not really a cleaning effort to do this. Afterwards, we go forward also with a packetizing beaker again with fresh water, doing the same. And if you have not the packetizing cleaning tabs, you can use for sure also a not foaming and disinfecting detergent. It's really important to use a not foaming detergent.
Yeah, that would make sense. You don't want all the foam going up in the machine or overflowing. So that's good to know. So if you don't have these on hand, you ran out, don't need to worry. You can still clean the machine, you can still maintain it, but this definitely makes your life easier as just pop a tab in, press the button, and go, right?
Yeah, that's the easiest way. So now the first process is done. Just take it out. Take the packetizing plate again.
Take this.
Attach it again to the Pacojet with the spray guard. Use the fresh water and let it run again. And now we need the beaker again.
Oh, sorry.
Because the cleaning tubes from the tubes from the overpressure get also cleaned.
Oh.
Yeah. So sometimes there can be water out. So now it shows you that you have to attach the preliminary scraper again to the spray guard, and that it's very important that you put the preliminary scraper back to the spray guard. So that's all. That's what you have to do.
Well, that's simple enough. It's always good to have simple cleaning at the end of a dinner service, that's for sure. So there you have it, the new Pacojet 4. I want to thank Chef Toby for coming down all the way from Switzerland and showing us this beautiful machine and how it works. And I want to let all you viewers know, for more information on the Pacojet 4, or any other restaurant equipment, visit us at omcan.com.
Bye.